For decades, humanity looked up at the night sky and asked the same terrifying question: are we alone? Scientists once believed alien life would probably be microscopic, simple organisms hidden beneath the ice of distant moons, tiny bacteria floating through dark oceans somewhere beyond our solar system. But over the years, that idea slowly began to change. Astronomers discovered thousands of planets orbiting distant stars, some of them almost identical to Earth. And as the universe suddenly started looking more alive than ever before, another question appeared. If intelligent life exists somewhere out there, what would it actually look like? Recently, several researchers and former government insiders discussed a disturbing theory. What if advanced alien civilizations already fall into only a few likely evolutionary categories? Not fantasy creatures, not movie monsters, but species that science itself suggests could realistically evolve somewhere in the universe. And according to many theories, 4 types appear again and again. The first and most famous type, the Greys: small bodies, large black eyes, gray skin, emotionless faces. For decades, witnesses around the world described almost identical beings, people who had never met each other, from different countries, different cultures, and different generations, all telling eerily similar stories: cold rooms, bright lights, metal walls, and thin gray creatures silently watching them. Scientists remain skeptical of abduction stories, but some evolutionary biologists admit the appearance of the Greys is strangely plausible. Imagine a species evolving on a dark world with very little sunlight. Large eyes would help absorb more light. Thin bodies would consume less energy. Massive heads could indicate advanced intelligence and larger brains. Some researchers even believe future humans themselves might eventually resemble the Greys after thousands of years of technological evolution. Less muscle, larger brains, weaker bodies. A species no longer built for survival, but for intelligence. And that possibility alone terrifies some scientists, because if the Greys are realistic, then somewhere in the darkness of space, something very similar could already exist, watching, waiting, studying civilizations like ours the same way we study animals in a laboratory. But the second possible alien type may be even more disturbing. The reptilians, tall humanoid beings with reptilian skin, slit-shaped eyes, and predator-like features. Most scientists completely reject the conspiracy theories surrounding reptilian aliens, but evolution itself tells an uncomfortable story. On Earth, reptiles dominated this planet for over 300 million years, long before humans ever existed. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth with terrifying efficiency, cold-blooded predators perfectly adapted for survival. And some scientists ask a chilling question: if asteroid impacts and extinction events had happened differently, could intelligent reptilian life have evolved here on Earth? The idea sounds insane, but technically, science cannot fully rule it out. Researchers studying evolution say intelligence is not unique to mammals. Different environmental conditions on distant planets could easily create intelligent reptile-like species, creatures built not around emotion, but pure survival instinct, cold, strategic, efficient. Some theorists believe reptilian civilizations might think completely differently from humans. No empathy, no compassion, only logic and dominance. A civilization focused entirely on power and expansion. And if such a species became technologically advanced, they could spread across entire star systems without hesitation. No morality, no mercy, only conquest. The third category of possible alien life may be the most horrifying of all. Insectoids, massive insect-like intelligences connected through hive minds. At first, the concept sounds impossible, but scientists studying ants, bees, and termites discovered something deeply unsettling. A colony can behave almost like a single, living organism. Millions of individuals acting together with perfect coordination. No confusion, no arguments, no hesitation. Every member sacrificing itself instantly for the survival of the hive. Some astrobiologists believe alien evolution could eventually produce species that function exactly this way. Not individuals, but one enormous shared consciousness spread across billions of beings. Imagine encountering a civilization where every creature shares the same thoughts, the same goals, the same mind, no fear of death, no emotional weakness, no individuality, only purpose. To humans, such a species would appear terrifyingly alien, because everything about human civilization is based on individuality, our emotions, our identities, our personal desires. But a hive-minded species would not understand any of that. To them, individuality could seem primitive, even dangerous. And some scientists warn that hive intelligence may actually be more efficient than human society. No wars between nations, no political conflict, no internal division. An entire civilization moving with absolute unity toward a single objective: expansion, survival, control. And if such a species ever reached Earth, humanity might not even understand how to communicate with it, because we would not be speaking to individuals. We would be speaking to a single mind, spread across an entire species. But the fourth possibility may be the most disturbing of all, because they would not look alien. They would look human. The Nordics, tall, pale, perfect features, almost identical to us. Stories about human-like extraterrestrials have existed for decades. Many scientists dismiss these reports completely. Yet, strangely, some researchers believe humanoid evolution across the universe may actually be possible. On Earth, human appearance developed because of specific advantages. Standing upright freed our hands. Forward-facing eyes improved depth perception. Large brains increased survival. Some evolutionary experts argue that similar environments on distant planets could theoretically produce beings with surprisingly human features. Not because they are related to us, but because evolution sometimes repeats successful designs. This idea is called convergent evolution, and it already happens constantly on Earth. Different species evolving nearly identical traits despite having no connection, which raises a deeply unsettling possibility. What if intelligent life elsewhere evolved to look almost exactly like humanity, close enough to walk among us unnoticed, close enough that we would never realize they were different? And according to some theories, that possibility may actually be more realistic than giant monsters or bizarre creatures from science fiction. NASA officially states there is still no confirmed evidence of alien life, no verified spacecraft, no confirmed alien contact, no official proof. But scientists also admit something equally important. The probability of life somewhere else in the universe is extremely high. There are billions of stars in our galaxy alone, and billions of galaxies beyond that. Entire worlds hidden in darkness we may never reach. Some covered in oceans, some with toxic skies, some orbiting dead stars in eternal night. And somewhere out there, evolution may have already created things beyond human imagination. Cold intelligences drifting through space, hive minds expanding across planets, predatory civilizations older than human history itself, or beings so similar to us they could already be standing among humanity unnoticed. Maybe the universe is empty. Maybe Earth truly is alone. But if it isn't, then one terrifying question remains. When humanity finally discovers intelligent alien life, what exactly will be looking back at us? Some legends are just stories, others still sending a signal, the silent signal.